Hi, my name is Jessica Crawford. I own Cotton & Co. Vintage Boutique in Keymar, Maryland. We're located just inside Carroll County on Route 194 in Keymar, Maryland, and we are a vintage boutique. This is my family that's always here with me. This is, what's your name?
Hazel.
This is Hazel, and he's 7 years old. She's 3. And this is my husband, Chris. So we are a vintage boutique in Carroll County, Maryland. We are open Friday to Sunday every week. We are 75% true vintage and antique, and then we are 25% new and wholesale items. We also do home decor, and we feature the Maryland General Store. And in the Maryland General Store, we have the products of 20 to 25 local Carroll County, mostly businesses that practice primitive trades. We have some Baltimore based as well, but all Maryland companies that practice primitive trades. We have 16 permanent vendors here. So permanently in the store, we're out of almost about 40 small businesses that participate in our small business. And then we do monthly classes and events, and a lot of times our events have pop-up vendors. So by the end of the year, I anticipate working with about 60 to 70 local Maryland businesses as well, while we grow our own small business here. I'm going to walk you around the store and kind of show you what we do so that you get an idea of what we have going on here. So this is our vendor, Misfit Vintage Co. She is based out of Westminster, Maryland. She's our kind of industrial steampunk vendor. And I should also mention that the building itself, we are a grain mill that was built in the early 1900s that has been converted into a retail space. So that kind of makes our business really interesting too. This is our Maryland General Store. And in here is where I have mentioned that we carry products from about 20 to 25 local Maryland businesses that practice primitive trades. It's quite a selection. We've got a bunch of local Carroll County businesses and then some in Baltimore County and Howard County. Try not to move too quickly. So we'll kind of walk through here. This is another one of our vendors. This is Sweet Clover Barn. We coordinate with them a lot, and they are our sister store. They're located in Frederick themselves, but they're here at our store. Kind of scoop through here, and this is Dragonfly Memories. And then in here we have Heart and Home. They kind of blend right into one another. And sweep on in here. Then we have 3 other businesses in here. This is PB and actually 4. I'm sorry. This is PB&J, and they have like a really fun, eclectic kind of style. This is my first business within the building. This is Toadstools in Time, but I've kind of absorbed into Cotton & Co. myself. And then here, that's our kind of our library area. We sell paint for doing your own DIY projects. And then we also have a seating nook over here where people can read the newspaper, drink their coffee. We offer every customer that comes in a fresh cup of coffee from our local house coffee and tea company, so they can enjoy it over there. And then in here we have the Craftsman Workshop and Find Your Fancy, and they're like a little best friend duo that have kind of created their own little masterpiece space over here. And then we will work ourselves upstairs. Okay, so we are upstairs now, and this is our vendor Dulce's home. She kind of has that traditional farmhouse feel, and she specializes in these gorgeous hand-painted, hand-built signs. Very, very classic and very pretty. Our vendor over here, this is A Rustic Beginning. They are a mother and daughter team. They're out of Westminster here, just up the street, and they specialize in handmade signs out of reclaimed materials. So you'll see a lot of like old hardware pieces and things like that. And if we travel on over here, this is where the heart is boutique. She does gorgeous boutique quality handmade little girls dresses. She usually has an abundance of them in stock, but she has a show this weekend, so we're a little out of stock on stuff, but she does gorgeous handmade stuff. So then this is So Long Status Quo. They are like a really traditional kind of vendor. They also are a vendor at another local business as well. This is our classroom here, where we host our monthly classes. My children were here this morning. You can see. We have like a coloring station set up for the kids, and we post these classes. We have a macrame vendor. She's one of our artisans. and she makes all this handmade macrame. And then I'll kind of try to pan carefully. And then we have over here, this is the oils marketplace. She does a lot of DIY with essential oils and has kind of really cute handmade stuff, and also does these really pretty original pen and ink watercolor hand lettered. But this is Holly. She owns Outside the Window. She does hand painted windows. They are not vinyl. They're all gorgeous, one of a kind, hand painted designs on antique windows. So I'll kind of scoop in here a little bit. And then last but not least, we have Vintage Redefined, and he's also at a show this weekend, and he does a lot more of the kind of industrial salvage sort of things. He's got quite a lot of stuff in here. Well, thank you for walking around the store with us. I'm really proud of the business that we've built. I'm really excited about the small businesses and vendors that we have inside of it. I'm obviously not great at creating videos, but I think you get the general gist of what we're kind of doing here. So thank you for the opportunity to participate in the challenge.